You know, it sucks that the Secrets of the Storm DLC is kind of mid. A lot of the items are pretty much useless and you just turn them into scrap now. I do like Seeker and False Sun, but Chef feels really weird to play. I'd prefer like his Risk of Rain Returns or even the original Risk of Rain counterpart. Man, if only there was a game that updated recently, adding tons of new characters, new content, storylines, and a bunch of new missions for me to play. What the fuck? Hello everybody and welcome to the 2.5 update of Honkai Star Rail. I have been waiting so long for this to come out. We got two new characters. We got Fexio right here, who is basically Akron 1.5. I say 1.5 because she's single target and not like the full AoE Akron. And also Mose, who is also a pretty interesting character. I tried him out in the aptitude showcase right here. Oh wait, free ticket. In the aptitude showcase right here, and he is pretty interesting. A lot of follow-up attack characters have been released recently. Obviously Mose and Fexio are both follow-up attack characters. Mose I could see myself actually building though. I don't really mess with follow-up attack characters. But enough of those trash characters. We got the best character coming back, Black Swan. I can finally build my full DOT team. She's the last thing that I need. I'm gonna have to replace Sampo, my boy Sampo, who I love a lot. But after I get her, my team will be perfected. I also just need to finish up building my Xiao Xiao. And yeah, then the full Nihility DOT team is in play. I know that DOTs are pretty much one of the weaker teams. Not the weakest, but one of the weaker teams. But I mean, I don't care. I've got Kafka on my team. Kafka is all I care about. Also, Xiao Xiao is pretty cool. But yeah, let's check out this new Trailblaze Continuance. I have no idea what's going to happen. It was just released yesterday, like at 10 o'clock. So I'm not too late to this, but... Oop. Alright. Also, the Swords Dance is going on, which is like a festival that happens after a big event. Or the way that it was explained was that they're holding it so that way everybody can calm down and start to like trust Lofo again after everything that happened. It was a whole thing, almost a genocide. But we stopped. Hey, that's Fexio. Look at that. Okay, anyway, back to the actual story. Yanqing. One of the most useless 5-stars, by the way. After the shackling prison break. Seriously, when is this war dance going to start? I'm not gonna do the voice. Seriously, when is this war dance gonna start? The Sky Splitter has been hovering there for ages. When can we board and see what's inside? Is this how long-lived species live? Everything proceeds so slowly, the effectiveness of anticipation in my emotional center is at an all-time high. Ugh, I need to drink some coolant. Relax. The Realm Keeper Commission will send boarding notices to all ticket holders. The Gazette said that the Sky Splitter will fire a salute before the ceremony starts. I apologize for my reading. Shut up about it. I saw the schedule on the first day of the tournament. Can you believe the Ringmaster accepted 4 challenges? And he's just a kid. So who are you betting on? Bardo? I think she said Bardo. I'm betting on neither. I lost all my credits betting on Roboball games and Tekion. This time I've decided not to rely on probability games to accomplish my target of getting rich. War dance. By the way, little explanation why I'm not playing on English. Kafka's voice actor sucks in English, and since I have her on my team, I hate listening to her English voice actor, so I'm playing it in Japanese. There you are, Stell. That's me, by the way. I heard you and Mr. Dan Hong met with the judges, and the riot broke out at the Shackling prison. I was so worried about you. Thank goodness you both made it out safe. Sure. Oh, okay. Little background. There was a revolt in the Shackling prison. Fortunately, we were protected by the guards until the Cloud Knights arrived to rescue us. I was planning to take Miss March and Nuri to Stargazer Navalia to see the Sky Splitter up close, but we stumbled I can't read, Jesus! But we stumbled upon a group of suspicious Foxians carrying official identities. They were acting strange, so out of curiosity we decided to follow them. It turns out they were actually Boris disguised as Foxians. It seems they infiltrated Stargazer Navalia in order to prepare for Hulei's escape, and we foiled their plans by pure chance. I wonder who provided them with those disguises, and how many more Borisin have taken advantage of the war dance to infiltrate this shit. I can't speak. I can't. Those tourists over there are talking about you. Yeah, I heard them too. But I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint them. I've already reported to General Jing Yuan that I'll give up my roles as the ringmaster. Well, you're not going to defend your ring? Haven't you been preparing for so long? This one. The security of Lofu is more important to me than anything else. I need to fulfill my duties as a Cloud Knight Lieutenant before taking on the honor of being the ringmaster. Those tourists just want to see some good sword fights. Anyone can participate in this kind of tournament. It doesn't have to be me. The real challenge lies beyond this. Blah 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 blah. I'm sorry. I'm going to read this out. I really am. I know it's atrocious. The real challenge lies beyond the ring on the Sky Splitter. If we don't capture the fugitives soon, Hulei will wreak havoc. Obviously, there is someone behind the scenes orchestrating this prisonment, intending to spread chaos. If we fail to thwart their evil plan, what honor will be left for us to uphold? Well said. You may be tiny in stature, but your ambition matches that of Yao Qing's warriors. That of the Yao Qing's warriors. My fault. Hey, this has nothing to do with my height. He is pretty short, though. And I don't think he's a long-lived species either. He's just short. What brings you here, General? Yes, I suggested to Yanqing that we find a place to have a decent meal. A hunter must be well fed before the hunt. You still have a good appetite even in the face of disaster? You truly are the Merlin's Claw. Please finish the food quickly so we can get to work. General fixed you. Well, that's not up to me. Begin. I called you here so we can enjoy the food. Me? This isn't time for a leisurely meal. This is way too much for me. Oh? And you'd give me time to enjoy a meal, but not yourself? Ever since you encountered those Borishan spies, you've been so busy that you've hardly eaten anything. You can't defeat Hulei on an empty stomach. Take your time, enjoy the meal, and calm yourself. Hulei's whereabouts are so unknown, and they've even taken Mr. Jiao Zhou hostage. The longer we wait, the more complicated the situation becomes. Jiao Zhou said, I'm the most important person among the Cloud Knights, and I can't argue with that. So there's no reason for you to be more anxious than me. I read that wrong. Whatever. I fought against Borisin abominations for years, and I know their ferocity and cunning well. The Borisin were clearly well prepared for this prison break, and now they are staying in the shadows. They have no reason to rush out into the open. When facing cunning and ferocious prey, the hunter must be more patient, biding their time to seize the golden chance for the decisive blow. Once Hulei loses his patience and reveals himself, that's when we'll strike. But when will that time come? How the fuck are we supposed to know that? What do you mean? I don't like this guy. I don't like this little kid. He annoys me. Like I said, it's only one meal away. I don't like Yanqing. I just don't. He's annoying. After the Shackling prison break, General, the Skyfaring Commission has finished its preparations. Do you have any other instructions? Representing the consensus between the Merlin's Claw and the Divine Foresight, I'll step in as the temporary commanding officer at the seat of the Divine Foresight and oversee the 6 Commission's affairs on Lofu. What is the situation in the Shackling prison? Hulei made a quick escape. He even sealed the gates of the prison. As of now, the Cloud Knights have re-established contact with the staff inside. The good news is the 2 names who trapped inside the Shackling prison are safe and sound. I know I shouldn't use the word great given the situation, but I'm relieved that Stella and Donham are safe. We've lost contact with one of our messengers in the We've lost contact with one of the messengers of the Yaoqing. We've lost contact with one of the messengers of the Yaoqing. The Borisin have likely taken him hostage. Don't worry, Yukong. Spexio is leading the wolf hunt operation, and you know how capable she is. Why did I say it like that? Whatever. I have no doubt about general factions, blah 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 blah. I'm so sorry that you'll have to sit through me reading this. I know it's atrocious. I know it's horrible. Please just bear with me. I'm so sorry. I really am. According to the plan, the ceremony will begin in 6 hours. The Sky Splitter will be activated, and all visitors will board the ship to watch the contest. But now, with Hulei's whereabouts unknown, everything is filled with uncertainty. Yeah. March's great grandpa. March's right grandpa. God, I'm stupid. I heard the escaped prisoners from the Shackling prison is beyond formidable. Escaped prisoner from the Shackling prison is beyond formidable. In case anything goes wrong, I'm gonna switch the English voices after this, just so that way I don't have to read this anymore. Again, I'm so sorry. So Yunli, what do you think we should do? Well, I believe we should declare material law and allocate manpower in search for the escaped prisoners. And for the war dance, it's better to announce an indefinite delay for now. Your plan sounds solid, but unfortunately, solid plans rarely get a chance to be implemented. I believe there are at least 2 parties who won't accept your approach. The first are the many travelers who came all the way here for the war dance. If we declare martial law, that was martial law, not material law. I am so fucking stupid. If we declare martial law now, it's like declaring that Lofu isn't safe, blah blah blah. How do you think the outsiders will react? They'd be terrified and chaos might ensue. The second party is the staff of the Lofu's 6 commissions. They've invested a lot of resources and manpower into organizing the war bands. Suddenly suspending it indefinitely would create numerous challenges for them. But of course, not everyone disagrees with your idea. Really? The mastermind behind this incident would fully support your opinion. Presumably. Foreshadowing? He's the mastermind? No, he's not. I really doubt that. Hulei's escape and your discovery of the Borison spies at Stargazer Navalia. Even a child could guess that these events were orchestrated. The fugitive is just one piece in the game. The one controlling the pieces wants to spread chaos and suspicion among the people in the Lofu. Among the people on the Lofu. If we declare martial law and postpone the war dance, we'll fall into their trap and instill fear in the people even before Hulei does anything. So, what do we do? We'll search for the prisoners, while maintaining order in Lofu, acting as if nothing even happened. As if nothing happened. Yanqing said he'd assist the generals, and now he's nowhere to be found. With the host ringmaster gone, how are we supposed to act like nothing happened? That's why I called the two of you here. Are you suggesting I take ringmaster? Are you suggesting Yuli? Are you planning on taking up the bow? Me. March 7th. General, are you asking me to take Yanqing's place as the ringmaster? Oh my god, that was right. Okay. But Miss March is a guest invited by General Jingyu. Jingyu. I'm gonna call him Jingyu. I don't know why, but that's what my brain defaults to. How can an outsider represent Lofu in the ring? It will make the Lofu a laughingstock. I can't read, by the way, if it's not apparent enough. Dear child, the names of the Astral Express are renowned throughout the cosmos. It's an honor to have them participate in the ceremony. Plus, March 7th is a disciple of the little Cloud Knight Lieutenant. How can she be regarded as an outsider? God, I am embarrassed right now by my reading level. We can't afford to have any problems during the war dance. I'm trusting you, not only with the honor of the ring, but also the security of the Sky Splitter. Yukon, please explain to them the rest of the arrangements. Ling Xiao? I get to play as Ling Xiao? Interesting. 3 hours before the war dance. Jingyuan, don't hang, Ling Xiao. I'm sorry for our improper management, and I truly appreciate your assistance, Shannon. There's no need to apologize. We Cloud Knights fight on the battlefield while you judges punish the criminals. We are two sides on the same Lofu, and it is my honor to serve the 10 Lords Commission. I've grasped the situation of the prison break. Now tell me more about the current state of the Shackling prison. Borison infiltrated the prison in disguise and released the prisoners, spreading chaos. Among the judges on duty, in the 4 divisions, Judge Zhuyi, I'm pretty sure, from the detention division was killed and is temporarily unavailable. So I'm taking over her duties and commanding Armatron Spectral Envoys and Spirit Frayers to quickly restore order to the affecting areas. I and the 2 behind me will go deeper into the prison and investigate. Don't make me play as Dan Heng again! Oh, I hate Dan Heng. I don't know why I hate him, I just don't like him. But, like, it's so boring. He's such a boring character, which is gonna give me a lot of hate. I know a lot of people like him, and yeah, his backstory is pretty interesting, I'll admit, but still, I don't like him. Ugh, gross. But General, the situation inside is still chaotic and perilous. Your presence would be... It's common for Cloud Knight generals to face danger directly. Hulei has escaped, and the Yaoqing envoy is being held hostage by Borison. His fate is unknown. This is a grave matter. Not only did the Merlin's Call offer no reproach, she decided to go after Hulei herself to prevent further calamity. I believe the Lofu owes her something in return for her fervent determination. How did the infiltrators learn about the location where Hulei was held? Why am I saying Hulei? Hulei was held. And how did they time their plan before the Yaoqing messengers were ready to escort him? Finding the answer to these questions shouldn't be too difficult. What truly matters is we can gather the clues and lead us to the mastermind behind all of this. I understand, but I'm afraid it won't be an easy task. For a long time, the Hidden Force has been pursuing their own goals and undermining the security of Lofu. Backing down now will only encourage them to further endanger the peace here. The 10 Lords Commission will support your decision with everything we have. Dan Heng and what is wrong with me? Dan Heng and Ling Xiao. Whatever. We're going on a journey. Well, it's part of my responsibilities as a culture master, so where would you like to start, General? Let's start with those boars in disguise as foxes. My people have already prepared the evidence. Can I finally stop reading? Thank God. I'm so sorry you all had to sit through that. Let me change this real quick. English. Oh, that should be better. Yeah, okay. I'm so sorry for my atrocious reading. Jeez. That was embarrassing. Oh well. Let's see. What do I need to do?
According to Lieutenant Yanqing's report, He stumbled upon a few suspicious Foxians at Stargazer Navalia. After following them, he discovered that they were actually Borison in disguise. This is one of the bodies.
Looking at him now, it's hard to imagine how he transformed into a Foxian.
It is pretty interesting that they're able to do that. Like, when you see what they transform into, it's like such a stark difference.
My alchemists detected some complex ingredients in his remains, which might explain how these Borison were able to disguise themselves as Foxians. Simply put, Foxians and Borison share a common ancestry. Although they look completely different now, there isn't much genetic difference between them. This medicine allows Borison to temporarily change their shape into that of Foxians.
Okay.
So, in other words, if they stop taking the medicine, their true form will soon be revealed?
I mean, yeah, that just makes sense. Person have fast metabolism, so the effect of medicine don't have that one.
The formula and technique seem oddly familiar.
That is true. Spoiler alert. I'm pretty sure that's what happened to Tingyun. Tingyun got poor little Tingyun.
The disciples of Saint Dismedicus.
Yeah, those are the people
Looks like
who...
the Alchemy Commission is involved once again.
Yeah, those are the people who did the Mara outbreak. Mara is basically a virus that infects the body, and it kills the body, and then brings it back, but the person is no longer the same. They turn into an actual monster, so... This game has a lot of lore, and I am not qualified enough to get into all of it.
When I was sorting through the prescriptions they use, I came across one called Semblance Reversion Essence. It's designed to help those disciples suppress signs of their Mara-struck forms and maintain their normal appearance. When I compared it to the medicine found in the Borison's body...
They're one and the same, aren't they?
The medicinal properties and ingredients may differ, but the principle remains the same.
Since ancient times, the Borison have always sought to have more powerful bodies, regarding the Foxians as weaklings. Yet, in order to save the warhead, they were willing to disguise themselves as Foxians. Their determination is quite remarkable.
Yeah, even the big boss Hule was like, "You will disgust me, little Foxians," to his own people
rely on the
who were
medicine
disguised.
to maintain their disguise. Then following this lead in our investigation seems prudent. Please follow me.
Oh, that's it, my fault.
Here we are. According to the judge, this area is not yet under control. So we should proceed cautiously.
Before I
I've
do that...
captured the nature of the medicine in my sensor. By following the medicinal fumes, we should be able to retrace the steps of the disguised Borison.
Are you done? Okay. Let me just check out what she... Okay, never mind. I guess not. I'm pretty sure, from what I heard, she's basically a better Gallagher. So, I don't know if that means that she heals. She probably does, saying that like she's a better Gallagher, meaning she probably does break effect and heals like him. So I don't think I need Twofo on my team. But...
Square formation.
Shut up. But I'm just gonna do one battle. Just to see what it's like. Get a feel for her, you know. Since she's technically not out yet. The prison guard is collapsed on the ground, her body twisted unnaturally.
Incredible strength. The attacker shattered this warden's bones with a single blow.
Such brute strength is not something an ordinary Borison possesses. This is likely the work of Hule.
If I may be so bold to ask, is this Borison truly that formidable?
I have lived a bit longer and engaged in a few more battles than you, Miss Ling Shaw. To the Alliance, Borison have always been the most formidable adversaries. And Hule is a monster feared even among his own kind. With his strength, Hule united numerous Borison pacts, forming a grand army of abominations of abundance. They constantly pushed the Alliance's armies into perilous positions. Over 7 centuries ago, I followed my mentor on a campaign against the abominations. And I personally witnessed the devastation on the battlefield.
Why does he speak so slowly? What's going on here?
Even with medicinal pellets that suppress the fear caused by his lupitoxin, countless Cloud Knights succumbed to panic in the face of his murderous aura. They couldn't even raise a hand in resistance. If the former sword champion hadn't
I
immobilized
don't think that
Hule
pause
with
needed
the
to be
frost
that long.
blade, the outcome of that fateful battle could have been very different. By the end of the battle, only a few of us remained. The Crimson Moon...
What is with these
machine
pauses?
fell. Everything I saw was painted dark red.
Like, I'm sorry, I know that this
If
is...
that's the case,
a
why
deep
wasn't the beast
moment, but-
executed instead of being imprisoned? On the Xianzhou Jumi, the judges cast those unforgivable and nearly immortal abominations of abundance into the eternal flames of the stars, reducing them to ashes. Their so-called immortality is just a facade. I mean, nothing can truly defy death, can it?
I did.
I just don't
Like,
understand why
3
the law
times
kept
already.
this tumor for so long, leading to the terrible situation we're facing now. But I guess I understand. The people of the Loft are known for their kindness. Even when faced with a malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, they couldn't bring themselves to cut it out. Instead, they exiled the healer, who tried to solve the problem, to the Xianzhou Jumi.
I understand if you hold grudges against me, Miss Ling Shaw. I take the blame for the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. As for why Hule was only in prison, I can shed some light on that too.
I'm just a healer. I'm not familiar with the past. I'd appreciate it if you could enlighten me, General.
Me too.
All right. Let me tell you more about it as we go.
Okay. Let me quickly see what she does though. Okay. Okay. Stop.
Allow me to...
Okay, ability. Minor fire damage to all enemies. And restores HP to allies. Interesting. So it's in tech and a heal. Okay, yeah, that I see why she's like Gallagher. Yeah. Basically besotted. Deals fire damage. So basically everything she does heals except for her basic attack. Talent, using skill summons Furia. Oh, this is what, okay. There was a new planar. I can't speak today. There was a new planar sent release that was talking about summoned allies on the field, and I was wondering what that was about. But I guess it's this: when taking action, launches follow-up attack, deals minor fire damage, blah blah blah. Prioritizing targets with both toughness greater than 0 and fire weakness dispels debuff from all allies. That is insane. It's basically Huohuo, but a little better. And restores HP using skill repeatedly will increase the little bunny's action. And technique doesn't matter. So this will spawn the little bunnies in, right?
Time to cleanse the filter.
Say bye to breathing.
Shut the fuck up, Kafka. Oh my god, I hate her English voice actor. It doesn't summon them, but it makes the stat go up. Okay. I don't need to do that. I'm not going to waste a skill point.
Stand still.
I can do this!
Get this.
Thank you for your generosity.
You're a stubborn one.
So now I attack with my skill again.
Be of your body and mind.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I'm gonna kill this guy.
It's better to make no move.
We'll do this.
Little more should tell.
She's
May the foul stench dissipate quickly.
okay. I'm a little stupid, if that's not obvious enough. But deals fire damage, advances action, increases break damage taken, and restores HP. Taking action, launches follow-up attack. So as long as I have the stacks up, I'll do a follow-up attack, right? That's what you're saying? So like I could do a basic attack right now, and I'll do a follow-up?
May as well kill
No?
them all.
Okay. I don't get it. I'm
The truth
stupid.
burns clear as a flame.
This is going to increase the break damage, blah blah blah.
Everything in this world
Increases break damage and heal. So yeah,
is bleeding.
that applies vulnerability? Or is it just break vulnerability? No, like that's actual vulnerability. That's crazy.
How about
Is it
letting
when
the
I
others
attack or
first?
I'm so confused on how our little bunnies work.
Stand still.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. The bunnies happen sometimes. That's all I need to know. As long as I got stacks, the bunnies will happen. But like, what does that mean? I'm sorry for being stupid, guys. I really am.
Allow me to purge
Generosity.
the root of the problem. Be of your body and mind. You're
I might-
a stubborn one.
I might spin for her, but like, I
Say
want
bye to breathing.
Topaz. Everybody's talking about, oh, meta this, meta that. I just want the characters I like. I want Topaz because she has a little Numby. I want my own Numby. I don't care about like Marshmallow Rabbit. I don't care about doing the most damage or whatever. I want to use my favorite characters. I don't care if they're power crept. I like my characters. That's why I'm using DOT team. That's why I'm using like one of the weaker teams. Also, let's get rid of you and add on you. There we go. Because she should be healing us pretty regularly.
Did this Cloud Knight also take the medicine?
And she peels open the Caladan's armor and stretches out her hands.
No, this is a Borisin in disguise. A guard killed him before he could return to his original form.
All these Borisin are dressed in official attire. Besides the Cloud Knight, there were also 2 Borisin disguised as members of the Skyfaring Commission and the Artisanship Commission. Whoever is providing them with official identities must hold the position of power. Let's search elsewhere.
So if they die while transformed, they're just permanently stuck like that? That's gotta be like so dishonorable. What the hell is this attack? There we go, finally. Let's see. I'm not gonna bother with those guys. Ba ba ba. The prisoner is on the ground. The joy of regaining freedom and sudden shock. These 2 expressions are frozen on his pale face at the moment of death.
Bit open his arteries and drained almost all of his blood while he was still alive. Such a cruel and ruthless act.
Borisin are
Despite being
insane.
a long-lived species,
I kind
Borisin
of
are
like
actually more like predatory beasts that must feed on raw blood and flesh. I've heard that Hule was deprived of food and water in the shackling prison.
Oh yeah, that makes
It's
sense.
hard to imagine how he managed to suppress his hunger for over 7 centuries. Will the hostage from the Yaoqing be able to avoid being his meal?
Yeah, probably.
Such is the terrible nature of the abominations of abundance. We subjected him to the Forest of Swords to drain his life force. But in the end, his punishment turned into a test of our patience.
Why would I?
Just like you said, Miss Lingshaw. Casting a creature that can't be killed into a star would be a way to permanently get rid of it. But unfortunately...
The Foxians didn't agree to that.
But why not?
Exactly. The atrocities committed by Hule went beyond mere massacres. Throughout numerous wars, we made every effort to eradicate the Borisin. But Hule, with his mysterious sorcery, turned countless Foxians into his pawns. So the Borisin kept returning.
So kill him.
The Foxians curse his name day and night, and they even use it to scare children into staying quiet. How could they grant a swift death to such a great sin?
That's why? Because you didn't want him to die as fast?
Hule wasn't taken into custody by the Foxian majority Xianzhou Yaoqing, but instead imprisoned in the Xianzhou Luofu, Miss Lingshaw.
What?
As you mentioned, your mentor was an exceptional warrior and was the one who defeated Hule, an extraordinary achievement. Therefore, the Marshal placed this feral beast under the jurisdiction of the Xianzhou Luofu as an honor, I assume?
I assume. I like her.
It seems you have a major
I
misunderstanding
might have to
about
vote
this
for her.
arrangement,
But I want
Miss
Topaz.
Lingshaw.
I want Topaz. I love Topaz.
Allow me to explain it to you.
I don't even care about... I just want Numby. I just want Numby. I don't care about Topaz. I just want Numby. God, this... For context on who I am talking about, I'm talking about characters. Where? There she is, Topaz. I don't care about you. I don't really like you. You were annoying during that one arc. But Numby? I want my little Numby. Look at Numby. Numby's so cute. I want a little Numby. I want my own Numby. But I mean, I like Ling Xiao. She's growing on me. This is the first time we're like seeing her in action, and she's growing on me, which is a shame because I don't know who to pull for. Whee! Wow, this is long. Okay, where to? That way. It's the thing. The thing from the ship, whatever. A wolf-shaped mech disintegrates into a pile of metal. I can't
Yanqing
read.
told me that
I
an
just
IPC
can't.
ship was attacked by Borisin.
It's
Is
embarrassing.
this what they were transporting on the ship?
Biometric weapon that will auto restart even after being turned off. Yeah.
Yes, the Artisanship Commission and Alchemy Commission conducted a joint examination and found that parts of this machine are made from specially refined Borisin biotissue. I heard the Intelligentsia Guild has been researching the biological properties of long-life species, hoping to make medical or combat-related discoveries. However, they haven't dared to cross any lines due to their so-called relationship with the Alliance.
Perhaps to those scholars, Borisin are no different from lab animals.
Well, yeah. They don't know what Borisin are really.
Maybe the Borisin
You can't really
attacked
blame
that
them.
ship to retaliate against the Intelligentsia Guild for experimenting on them?
Fair.
No, if it were only about revenge, they could just wreck the ship and destroy all the cargo, instead of allowing it to end up in a shackling prison.
It was planned.
It was a deliberate display to showcase the dangerous nature of the cargo in broad daylight. This way, the cargo would end up in the shackling prison, serving as a tool for the prison break.
Pretty smart. That's exactly
This
what happened.
skill in exploiting the blind spots of others' mindsets is so atypical of them. I'm afraid the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild unknowingly became their accomplices.
Well, yeah. That's understandable. Again, they don't really know what these things are. They just see them as long-life
Watch
species
out!
monsters.
This thing is still alive!
I don't like you, Donheng. I don't. I can't explain my hate for him. It's not even hate, I just don't like him.
Their imitation of long-life species has crossed the line.
That is insane that it just heals all of us. It's like
I'm honored
so
by your
crazy.
presence. You're already here. Why not have a meal before you leave?
This, this, and then
How
we
about
can
letting
apply
me-
shock,
Relax.
and then we do this.
Time to say bye. Boom.
Boom. I don't like her voice actor. It's way too forced. That's like
If it can
everybody's
still
problem
move,
with
it
it.
means it wasn't damaged enough.
Funny. Oh!
Let's make sure it never moves again.
How am I so stupid? How I didn't even see that. Oh my god. So it's basically like a Jing Yuan. Okay, that's
The truth for everything.
how did I
in
not
this
notice
world.
that? I just wasn't paying attention, I guess. I can do this. Yeah, okay, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah. Let's do this.
What are you waiting for? To betray my customers? I charge
That's
extra.
extra. I love Sampo's voice actor though. Like it's a stark difference between my hate for Kafka's voice actor and my love for Sampo's voice actor. Sampo just does it so well.
Stand still.
He's so charming. Bunnies.
Allow me to purge the roots
I
of the
really
problem.
want her, but I also want Taupe. Do I want Numby or do I want the bunnies? That's a real question.
More business, eh?
I don't know. I don't know. I'll just flip a coin later. Then it'll choose for me. The giant machine goes shilling land. The window beast, strand of blood can no longer move.
You haven't answered my question about why Hule was imprisoned in the Lafu instead of the Yao Qing, General.
Yep, Jing.
You've been reserved in your response. Could it be that such an arrangement wasn't an honor?
The reason why the Marshal didn't leave Hule on the Yao Qing lies in the very mech in front of us.
What?
Are you suggesting that there are people trying to understand Hule's secrets and use them for their own purposes? Just like with this mech? Well, I understand. I've heard that the Foxians on the Yao Qing share a bloodline with the Borson. And just like the Borson, some of the Foxians there experience an uncontrollable insanity called moon rage.
Really? The Foxians?
The Marshal believed that this would be inhumane.
Could you
and
imagine
different
if
from
like
what the
Fexio
Borson
did that? I don't think Fex. Yeah, Fexio is a
Exactly.
Foxian. She has a
While
little ears.
Borison see moon rage as a blessing that unlocks their true potential, Foxians see it as an inevitable curse within their bloodline.
That's fair.
Countless healers of the Yao Qing have attempted to unravel this mystery, but to no avail. Why can Borison control the power of moon rage? Can we Foxians break free from this curse?
He's a Foxian?
These questions were asked frequently.
Oh,
Each
okay.
questioner
I'm
had good
stupid.
intentions,
He's not a okay, whatever.
but the road to catastrophe is paved with good intentions. To the Foxians of the Yao Qing, Hule was not only the warhead of the Borison, but also a monster that could be the subject of much research. Hule thus became a poison that corrupted people's minds without their knowing.
That's why the Marshal decided to imprison Hule and the Lafu. It wasn't an honor, but rather a warning.
Interesting.
Because such selfish pursuits in the name of good intentions once led to a tragedy on the Lafu that served as a warning to future generations.
This edition of Imbibitor Lunae.
What?
By imprisoning Hule and the Xianzhou Lafu, the Marshal both suppressed the dangerous intentions of the Yaoqing Foxians and warned the Xianzhou Lafu to refrain from repeating its mistake.
Okay.
That was a necessary trade-off. The Xianzhou alliance is not solely about the Xianzhou natives. Only when all three races, Foxian, Vidyadhara, and Xianzhou natives, form an alliance, will there be a promising future for all.
That's true,
Thank
like they're
you
all working
for
against each other.
enlightening
Not
For
working
the same
against each
reason
other,
that you
but
traded off my mentor to Xianzhou Zhuming, only to stand idle and allow the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus?
who's your mentor?
You
Bailu?
said that I couldn't bear to cut out the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, but instead exiled the healer who tried to solve the problem to the Xianzhou Zhuming. But did your mentor tell you her good intentions?
No,
Had to
Bailu.
perform certain healing arts on Dun Hung, who had just finished his hatching rebirth, so that he would regain the memories of his past life.
What did you just say?
They're both
She
shocked.
believed that restoring the High Elder's knowledge of his past life would allow the Vidyadhara to resume their duty as the guardians of the Ambrosial Arbor,
That is interesting.
quelling the strife within their clan and bringing everything back on the right path.
Okay, so basically, the Danhang, his life cycle is a little different. Every time he's close to death, well, in terms of like old age, he enters a cocoon, basically a little egg, and he will later be reborn as a completely different person, new memory or known memories of his past life, and like a completely new body, basically a new restart. But in his past life, he was not that good of a person. So the previous commission is like still trying to hold him accountable. From what I remember, there was a little side quest with Lila about it. But yeah, that's basically what they're talking about.
But just as I mentioned earlier, the road to catastrophe is always paved with good intentions. Since then, the 6 charioteers decided that the Alchemy Commission would no longer have a cauldron master. Until your arrival now.
But if that's the case, I should thank you for protecting my mentor by exiling her, General.
General.
Quite the contrary.
Was that thank you?
I should be the one thanking you.
I don't know anymore.
Thanking me.
All I ever want is to have a clear conscience. However, can long-life species truly achieve that goal in their long-drawn lives? For example, you were implicated along with your mentor and forced to leave your homeland without knowing the truth. And now, with the complicated situation in the Alchemy Commission, the Alliance has spared me a lot of trouble by sending you to handle this challenging task. Shouldn't I be thanking you instead?
Yuan is such a nice guy.
Your eloquence is indeed impressive. The divine foresight. He won't even leave me any excuses to hold a grudge against you.
Nice.
But let me make it clear. The Alliance sent me here to handle the business impartially, not to choose sides.
It doesn't matter which side you choose, Miss Ling Shaw. At the end of the day, both you and I stand on the side of the Alliance, don't we? Let's keep going.
Okay, I think I'm gonna end this here because this is taking forever. I do genuinely like the story in Starro. It's very interesting to me. Not like Genshin. I don't know. Genshin's story is just weird. But, like, it does take a while to get through the cutscene, so I'm gonna leave this one here, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.